Now on CoastTV News.
District 20 constituents feel forgotten. One woman says her complaint was mishandled by absent Representative Stell Parker Selby's office. Protecting Delawareans, new legislation aims to penalize impersonators and restrict unlawful detentions.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Elisa Weber and welcome to Coast TV News Midday. Our top story this morning, the Delaware General Assembly is back in session today, which means it's another day we may or may not see the appearance of District 20 Representative Stell Parker Selby. Some of the bills on the House agenda today include legislation impacting electric utilities, healthcare services, and arrests. We spoke with a Milton woman who says it's time for her representative to resign.
From a basic humane level, we all want each other to do well. We want Stell to be well, but Stell is not well, or Stell would be in Dover doing the work of the people. And if Stell can't do the work of the people, then we need somebody in office who can and will.
Parker Selby has missed every single House vote this year. That's at least 141 votes. Next, one of the bills on today's House agenda is taking a closer look at new technology that can make the power grid cleaner and more efficient without building new power lines. House Joint Resolution 3 would direct all electric companies in Delaware to help study something called grid enhancing technologies. Lawmakers say these tools could double renewable energy use, lower emissions, and create jobs, all by improving electricity flows across the grid. That legislation is ready for a full House vote. Another piece of legislation that could go up for a House vote today is House Bill 205, which is designed to protect doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers from out-of-state legal threats as long as the care they provide is legal in Delaware. According to the General Assembly, the bill includes protection from being sued, investigated, or losing their license because of out-of-state rules. The bill also blocks insurance companies from taking action against providers and for giving that care, and it stops local agencies from helping with outside investigations. Delaware's governor and attorney general are pushing for two new bills aimed at protecting the public from officer impersonation and unlawful detentions. House Bill 152 would increase penalties for impersonating police or emergency responders. House Bill 153 makes clear that private individuals cannot detain or arrest others without legal authority. This comes after a deadly shooting in Minnesota where a man posed as a law enforcement officer. Both bills are now being considered in the General Assembly. And we are now taking a live look outside at Milford, and our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trahey, is going to be joining us. Bob, it's another gloomy day on Delmarva, a little warmer than yesterday, but if you like the cooler weather, take advantage of today.
Absolutely, Elisa. This is the last cool, cloudy day before the summer heat returns. But we're looking at the visible satellite picture. Lots of clouds out there, even a few light showers around Sharptown into Delmar and Salisbury, and maybe patchy drizzle elsewhere. Otherwise, it's lots of clouds. But I am seeing some breaks along the eastern shore down to Westover, so I think we will see some peaks of sun today. But we're in this persistent pattern of a stationary front to our south and an easterly flow with high pressure to the north as it keeps it cool and unsettled. But a warm front back to the west will lift to the north tonight and usher in summer-like heat again tomorrow. Visibility is much better than this morning, 9 to 10 miles right now, but we can't rule out a little bit of drizzle, light rain with temperatures in the 60s, some inland spots into the low 70s right now as we continue this onshore flow. So Futurecast still has lots of clouds around noon, but temperatures warmer than yesterday with mid to upper 70s inland, 60s and 70s at the coast. Not a great beach day here with 60s and 70s, maybe a stray shower this afternoon, and some places could hit 80 if you get into the sun long enough, and I think we'll see that as we go into the afternoon and evening hours, as we still have lots of clouds, but a better chance of some sun this afternoon. Temperatures into the upper 70s, maybe a few showers overnight with a warm front. Then the summer heat moves in big time tomorrow into Thursday, and a threat for severe weather as well. I'll break that down coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
Thank you, Bob. Happening today at the Sussex County Council meeting, Terrace Village, the structured homeless village off of Coastal Highway. According to the agenda, officials will hold a public hearing for a conditional use permit. Organizers say this is for 7 acres near Lewis and Rehoboth. Organizers have been trying to garner support for the community. Recently, locals attended an informational meeting for the community to ask questions. Code Purple says it plans to rebuild Terrace after the County Council decision today. Somber news this morning. A former football player and recent graduate from Cape Henlopen High School was killed in a Sussex County shooting. Delaware State Police say 19-year-old Andre Mosley Jr. was shot at a home on River's Edge Drive in Millsboro on Saturday. Mosley was number 21 on the field and played for 4 years for the Cape Henlopen Vikings. We previously reported that 25-year-old Marcus Harris faces multiple felonies, including first-degree murder in connection to that shooting. The school district says support will be offered in conjunction with its Pathways program at the Slaughterneck Community Center today from 1 to 4 p.m. And President Trump is back after an abrupt departure from the G7 summit in Canada to focus on the Middle East. That's according to White House officials. The move coming after the president issued a warning on social media, urging the 10 million residents of Tehran to immediately evacuate, though did not provide any more details. NBC's Alice Barr shows us where that conflict now stands.
President Trump returning to Washington overnight a day early, cutting short his time with world leaders at the G7 summit in Canada to focus on the growing conflict between Israel and Iran.
I have to be back early for obvious reasons.
The president posting overnight that he did not return to work on a ceasefire, saying it's much bigger than that. He called for the National Security Council to be ready in the Situation Room, according to an administration official, as he weighs whether to help Israel in its mission to destroy Iran's nuclear program or keep pushing for a diplomatic deal to stop Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. While at the G7, the president saying this.
I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
President Trump later posting that Iran should have already signed a deal, adding, quote, everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran without further explanation. Israel says it now has full air superiority over Iran, striking Iranian state TV live on air in a show of force after damaging multiple nuclear facilities and killing several top generals. Iran is firing back, promising to step up its attacks. The U.S. joined G7 leaders calling for de-escalation, even as 2 U.S. officials say the U.S. is moving more military assets into the region while the world braces for what's next. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Coming up after the break, potential toll increase will tell you how much more you could be paying on Delaware's major highways. Toll increases may soon be on the way for drivers and visitors across Delaware. DelDOT is proposing toll hikes at all 4 of Delaware's toll plazas. This includes I-95, Route 1, and US 301. Officials say this could generate up to $70 million to support long-term infrastructure improvements. On Route 1, Delaware Easy Pass users would pay $1.50 on weekdays and $4 on weekends, while out-of-state drivers and cash payers would pay nearly double that. Officials say rising costs and declining fuel tax revenue make an increase necessary.
As long as they keep the roads up, I don't have a problem with it. But it's when you are paying a lot of money and the roads are still really bad.
Officials say all of the money raised will go towards maintaining roads and infrastructure. New this morning, a Sussex Academy graduate is heading to Alabama to compete for a national scholarship title. Caroline Carlisle of Millsboro will represent Delaware in the Distinguished Young Women National Finals later this month. She's one of 50 high school girls competing for $136,000 in scholarships and the title of Distinguished Young Woman of America for 2025. The Nationals run from June 26th through June 28th.
I did see some sunshine about a minute ago on the Cambridge Cam, FH Fur Cam, but now it looks like the sun has gone back in as we're looking at, well, cooler conditions, 72 and, well, close to 80 this afternoon once the sun comes out a little more. And this is the last cool and cloudy day. Then the summer heat returns Wednesday and Thursday with the possibility of severe weather as well. Congratulations to Donald Rush from Laurel on winning a brand new umbrella from CoastTV, and Paul Davis. Much more on this big shot of summer heat in my full forecast after the break. The dreary weather continues, but this is the last day of the cloudy, damp, dismal weather. In fact, look at this. You can't see the Indian River Inlet Bridge right now on the gutter helmet cam. Kind of foggy along the coast and out to sea. 66 in Ocean View right now, warming into low 70s. I think we will see some peaks of sun into the afternoon, but we're in this persistent pattern of the stationary front to our south and cooler easterly flow over the top of us with clouds, damp conditions, periodic showers. But the good news is the pattern breaks on Wednesday. This warm front lifts to the north and ushers in summer-like heat as we go into tomorrow. You can see it here. We jump from 78 today up to 90 on Wednesday, 92 Thursday, and feeling like the mid to upper 90s with all that humidity. Friday, 87. Summer arrives Friday evening, and it'll be feeling like it. Lower humidity on Friday and Saturday right now, 89 degrees. And right now we are seeing temperatures a little warmer, 73 in Salisbury, Laurel, and Seaford, 70 in Millsboro, but cooler 68 in Ocean City and 66 Bethany Beach up to Rehoboth. Right now we continue with an onshore flow, especially at the coast, a bit southerly inland as we're looking at still lots of clouds, maybe a few light showers through Sharptown, Delmar, southwest Sussex County, maybe a little bit of drizzle, light rain around Salisbury, but we're not looking at anything as far as organized rain, just lots of clouds. But there are some breaks now in the overcast across the eastern shore, so I think we will see some peaks of sun from time to time into the afternoon hours as it does dry out just a little bit as we have that front to the south. A few more showers to the south, but I don't think we're looking at any steady rain. It's kind of dreary. And then we have this warm front back to the west. This is the leading edge to that summer-like heat that is now gathering strength across the deep south. It is cooking down here in the southeast with highs in the 90s, and those are heading our way tomorrow. But here's Futurecast at noon with mid to upper 70s with clouds, maybe a little bit of drizzle, also some breaks in those clouds by early afternoon, and by 4 o'clock, maybe more sun than clouds. 80 in Delmar, 79 Millsboro, 70 in Fenwick Island, and Rehoboth at 70 degrees. Then as we go through this evening, that warm front gets closer, and that triggers some showers, maybe some thunderstorms overnight. Not expecting severe weather, but a very muggy, mild start into your Wednesday morning in the low 70s. And then temperatures are off to the races by noon, upper 80s inland, lower 90s in some spots by the early part of the afternoon. At the beaches, 70s and 80s. And as we go into tomorrow evening, it's going to feel like summer, very hot conditions. And then into Thursday morning, look at these temperatures starting out in the mid to upper 70s. And then by the afternoon, low to maybe some mid 90s inland and even 80s at the coast. And then we go into Thursday evening, could be looking at strong to possibly severe storms along a cold front. There is a low chance of seeing severe weather on Wednesday, but a slight risk on Thursday, a better chance of seeing severe weather, maybe damaging winds as we go into the evening hours. And feels like temperatures as we go into tomorrow, check this out, feeling like mid to upper 90s and then upper 90s close to 100 on Thursday. You're really going to want to take it slow as a muggy meter is showing muggy to very humid conditions the next several days and above normal temperatures into next week. I think we're looking at the first heat wave of summer as we go into next week. 75 in Milford today, Georgetown 78 on the eastern shore, 81 in Easton, 80 in Vienna and Federalsburg, with Salisbury checking in with 79 and Ocean City 74, a little cooler with the cloud cover. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Here come the 90s tomorrow, 90 for the high Wednesday with showers and storms. And then Thursday, it is a yellow alert day for the potential of severe weather later on in the day. 92, 87 Friday. Summer arrives Friday night. And we're going to have a nice summer weekend, I think. 89 Saturday, 92 Sunday, and then getting into more like dangerous heat by Monday, sunshine and 94.
And here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4.
Hope you're having a good day so far, but a little Coast Life will make it better. Here's what's coming up today on the show at 4 o'clock. It's a new month, so we're seeing what's new at the Art League in Ocean City.
Plus, Leah and I are going to, let's call it disagree greatly in our great debate as we argue over sugar cookies and are they good?
It's not just sugar cookies, it's a very specific kind of sugar cookie.
Can you hear the pensiveness in her voice there? I'm going to bring the heat here.
We're also going to be taking a trip to Frontier Town and see all the fun that could be had there. All of that is coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you there.
A new community campaign is helping local students gear up for the next school year. The Rehoboth Beach Police Department and Westminster Presbyterian Church have launched the Pack the Backpack campaign to support students at Georgetown Elementary School. Now through July 31st, people can drop off new school supplies at the Rehoboth Beach Police Department, and the supply list includes full-size backpacks, pencils, headphones, notebooks, glue sticks, markers, and Clorox wipes. Families in Milton have a chance to gear up for safety and fun this weekend at a free event for kids. The Milton Police Department is hosting a bike rodeo for children ages 5 to 12. The event includes free bicycle and helmet giveaways, safety education, a skills course, helmet fittings, and police car displays. This will take place on Saturday, June 21st from 9 a.m. to noon at H.O. Brittingham Elementary School on Mulberry Street. Coast TV will be right back. A Chincoteague pony given a challenging start to life is stepping into a new future. Over the weekend, a foal was discovered to be born without a hoof. The Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company says they weren't going to give up on the baby. The foal is currently under care of a trusted veterinarian in Pennsylvania, awaiting a new prosthetic. Hunter Leonard with the fire company says the foal will unfortunately not be released. She will remain in domestic care for the rest of her life.
And weather-wise, we're looking at lots of clouds in Laurel right now. 74, headed into the 70s to close to 80. Later on, one more cool day, and then the summer heat returns with a vengeance Wednesday and Thursday. Possibly some severe weather, too, heading into Thursday. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. Your 10-day forecast is next. Still pretty dreary out there right now, but I think we'll see some peaks of sun this afternoon. Temperatures into the upper 70s, and then very mild and muggy this evening. A warm front moves through tonight, 90 tomorrow. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Some showers and storms, a better chance of severe weather Thursday with a high of 92. 87 Friday as summer arrives Friday night, and I think a nice summer weekend on the way. 89 Saturday, 92 Sunday, and then the first heat wave of the summer season comes next week. Mid-90s Monday through Wednesday.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. And for more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.